Hiya men, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and another gloomy, horrible day today. It's Sunday the 29th of November 2020, nearly Christmas. Anyway, I've had a few questions, so I'm just doing a bit of a follow-up. The video I put out yesterday on the Mark 1 design KA Models update set for the Trumpeter Titanic has got a lot of interest, a lot of comments, and thank you for all that. I've had a couple of emails, and there's been, I think, at least 2 questions on the comments about, which set to go for. There's no doubt about it. If you can afford it and you want to build a museum quality model, then go for both. If you're only going to go for one, I would suggest going for this one. It is more expensive. It's about twice. This was $180. And this one is like $330 US. So this one is like twice the price. However, I have seen some people chancing their luck, and I've seen these for like £350, £400 on eBay, and I've seen these for £750. It's ridiculous. I ordered this on the 6th of November, I think it was, or the 3rd of November, and I got it on the 26th. So it wasn't too long to wait. I ordered it direct from these people. Just go on their website, order it, you pay via PayPal, you hear nothing. And then all of a sudden you just get an email saying your order has been processed about, I don't know, when did I get mine? Sort of mid last week, and then sort of 3 days later it just turned up. So, you put your order in, sort of 2.5, 3 weeks later you're going to get an email saying it's been processed, and then a few days later it just turns up. Now, it came via DHL. I don't know if I'm going to get charged customs or what. I certainly haven't paid anything yet. I may get a letter in the post or an email or something to tell me I owe some money, and if that's the case, then fine. So basically people are asking, which one to get. The other thing I think people are surprised by is the fact that Pontos are so good, and yet this one is not so good. I'm going to cover it in detail in a minute, but basically, without trying to send you all to sleep, the way Pontos work is, I followed their Bismarck and their hood sets, and if you look at the way they work, they basically put together a set, they put out some images of what they're making and what they're doing and what they're going to be doing, and people on ship modelling forums go back to them and say, I don't agree with this, I don't agree with that, can you please change this, can you please change that? And that's what they do. So basically what you get from Pontos is a super detailing set for your model that has been kind of proofread, if you like, by all the people in the know. Now, the Pontos aftermarket set for the Trumpeter 1/200th hood is absolutely awesome. Same can be said for the Bismarck, and I believe Missouri as well. Because what they've done is, as I say, they've developed the kit, and they've listened to people in the know, people who know their subject inside out. And believe me, with ship modelling, if you think there's rivet counters in the aircraft and the AFV world, you ain't seen nothing until you get into ship modelling. There are people that know their subjects absolutely inside out, and fair play to them. Titanic, I mean, God almighty, the people that know about that thing is unbelievable. So basically, this set was a collaboration between I Love Kit and Pontos, and I think if you look now, you've got like your Merit kits were obviously part of Hobby Boss / Trumpeter. Now if you look at the 1/200 scale Hornet, it's just been re-released by this company, I Love Kit. So obviously Trumpeter just keep growing their company and giving new names. I don't know if there's some law in China about how big one company's allowed to get, so they keep branching off and making new ones. But certainly Trumpeter, Hobby Boss, Merit, and now I Love Kit, they're all the same company. They must be. The plastic's the same, the instructions are the same, they're like the same kits. So this was actually done as a collaboration at the time the kit was released. So if they'd done things the normal way and Pontos had come along and said, this is what we're going to do for the 1/200 Titanic, every man and his dog would have contacted them and said, nope, that's wrong, this is too small, that's in the wrong place, blah, 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 you need some resin for that. And they would have done it. And they would have made a set as good, if not better than this one. Because in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, I believe Pontos aftermarket sets are better than KA. That's just my opinion. You know, if you look at this set here, for example, this is what I'm working on now, the Arizona. It's 2 sheets. I mean, it costs a fortune, this set. And all it is a couple of sheets of photo etch and some wooden decking. There's no resin parts or anything. You can get another set to add to it, but of course that's more expense. And there's a lot of stuff it's lacking. I mean, if you look here, you've got the range finders here. There's no detail in them at all. All these shelters with these splinter shields around here aren't replaced. They're all just thick plastic. There's hardly any detail being added to the turrets. There's hardly anything being added to the cranes, although the actual crane booms themselves are replaced. So there's no detail for the aircraft. You know, whereas if you look at the Bismarck set or the Hood set, you know, you get everything in one box, everything you could ever want. And I believe the Missouri set is the same. So, yeah. So in my opinion, Pontos is better than the Mark 1 design. But for a Titanic, I would recommend this one all day long. Although it's twice the price, I would recommend this one all day long. Now, for the newer modelers, because what I'm seeing a lot in the emails that I get, it seems a lot of newer modelers or even beginners have sort of latched onto this 200 scale Titanic and are going for the Pontos detailing set. I'll be honest, guys, you're going to struggle. You know, a lot of this photo etch, a lot of these brass parts are absolutely tiny, and if you don't have experience of working with photo etch or anything, you are going to struggle. Even more so with this one, because not only have you got the photo etch, you've got all the resin as well. So it's going to be a whole new learning curve for you. So, you know, you sort of pays your money, you take your choice. Now, the beauty of with the Pontos, normally with Pontos, you only get instructions like this. Just pages and pages with no real sequence of how anything goes. They don't tell you, you know, this part goes here, that part goes there, but they do actually show you in their instructions how to achieve the final result. Now, what they've done here is made a book, and it kind of starts off with a, you know, with diagrams of what you've got in there, and then it's going into how to do this. Now, this is the box I was talking about. Here, try and get not too glossed out, and this is the box where you're actually folding up this stainless steel box and then bonding it into the bottom of the decking, and then your mast is going to go in there, and the same on the aft mast. So basically that's a good idea, and it's going to make your mast really, really solid. Now, you don't get that with the KA set, but what I'm saying is they show you here how to make these parts up. You know, they're showing you this flat sheet, roll this up, and then you fold it over, and then you put this grating in the bottom, and that's basically how you're going to make your panel up. On your crow's nest, they're saying here, you know, bend these 90 degrees and everything, whereas with the KA models, Mark 1 designs, this is what you get. It's sort of, there it is. They're not telling you how to bend these ladders up, they're not telling you how to bend these cranes up, although saying that they do give you this, which is a guide to how to do it, but it's not telling you how to bend it, which way to bend it, which faces in, which faces out, or whatever. It's just basically, these are really, really aimed at experienced modelers. So if you are new to the hobby, if you are a beginner, I would probably say go for the Pontos set, because the instructions are a lot clearer, it's cheaper, you're still getting all your brass, you're still getting all your wood, but you're lacking all your resin parts. But no doubt people are going to come up with resin parts for, you know, the missing lifeboats and stuff like that. So if you're on a budget and you're a beginner, probably go for this one. You can see here these winches, it's telling you how to build the winches up. There's also videos on YouTube. There's a guy who's done a full video on how to build these winches. Same here, you can see you've got all these parts here. They're telling you how it all goes together. Whereas when you look at the same section in the KA kit, here we go, that's what you got. That's all you get, is that. So, you know, it's not really showing you how it goes together. So, I don't know. You pay your money, you take your choice. It's a very, very difficult question to answer. It's not kind of like, I want to build a 1/32 scale F4U Corsair. Shall I get the Trumpeter or the Tamiya? The answer is absolutely obvious, unless, of course, you've only got £50 to spend. But basically with this, guys, it's, you know, if you can afford it and you've got a bit of photo etching experience under your belt, definitely go for this one. If you can't afford it and you're new to the hobby, probably go for this one. Now, my initial intention was to get this and sell this one and I was going to sell it for a reasonable price on eBay, something like £200 or £180 even. But I'm actually thinking now that I may actually end up using both, and then what I'll probably do is I'll have parts left over that I don't use, and then I'll probably sell that on as a sort of mishmash. So it's still going to be a really nice upgrade set for someone, but it's going to be all the sort of less preferable bits. So it'll be apparently the Pontos winches are too small, but like the KA mass, I don't think the fitting is strong enough, unless I look deeper into it and find something else. But you know what I mean, it's sort of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So yeah, my advice is, you know, budget, new to the hobby, go for Pontos. Well experienced, want to build the, you know, the most accurate model, go for the KA. Okay, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Happy modelling.